All right, Matt Boyle here, coach of the Crown, doing some commentary for this playoff game between the Cyclones on your left and Florida on your right. The Cyclones are 0-3 in this tournament, playing in this playoff game to get to the quarterfinal, and Florida is 4-0, coming out of Pool C, the double round robin pool, winning that pool and having the opportunity to play into the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will be playing Goon Squad tomorrow morning. Cyclones roster: Gray Peziaka on left wing wearing number 2, Nathan Purcell wearing number 1 in center, Dwayne Jones wearing number 5 on the right. Florida: Tim Dornbrock playing right wing wearing number 7, David Kramer in center wearing number 4, and Jose Morales on left wing wearing number 6, 5 or 6, I'm sorry, I can't see it right now. Wearing number 5. So it looks like Florida's going to start this half with the ball. Welcome to the action. Now, because this game is a playoff game, it cannot end in a tie. Although I do not believe we have had any ties today. And all of pool play is over except for one game tomorrow morning, Rose City and the New Jersey Honeybees, to start things off at 9 o'clock. After that, we'll see the men's quarterfinals, followed by the women's semis, the men's semis, and then the medal matches. And here we go. Ball's passed into center. Morales picks it up, moving to his left from left wing. And Jones with the block right in the middle of his wing line. Jones on right wing. Backing up to his corner. It's 3/4 spin throw. Nice little hop. Hits the center with the ball. Center passes it to the left wing. Morales with it. Throwing straight again. Right into the gap. Little 3-hopper untouched between Jones and Purcell. Florida up 1-0. Nathan Purcell with the ball in center. Bounce ball. Coming down at the front line, right into the arms of Kramer. He dumps it off to Dornbrock. Dornbrock on right wing. Blocked by Purcell in center. And dumped off to Peziaka, the current leading goal scorer of the tournament with 27 goals. And that's a full cross-court shot. Thrown out near the front line. Morales with it. Dornbrock coming over. Going back without the ball. Morales from left wing. Throws straight into center. And Purcell with it. 1 minute gone. 1-0 Florida. Purcell, a little choppy ball into the legs of Dornbrock. Kramer asking for an eye shade check. Small collision there. Dornbrock throws the ball. 2-hop bounce ball. Corralled by Purcell. Good ball, good block. And an official's timeout for an equipment check for David Kramer. Gray Peziaka with the ball on left. Makes some noise with it. Probably going to move, and he is. It's moved around center. Throws a nice little choppy ball. It ends up hitting Morales in the feet. His feet were angled toward the goal, and the ball's trajectory took it there. 1-1. Dornbrock from right wing, moving near center. Looks like he's trying to go cross court. Hits Jones in the stomach. Good offside defense by Jones. And he's going to return the ball right at Morales, into his legs. Morales lining up, end of his wing line, on left wing. 2-hop bounce ball. And that one hits Jones, ramps up, sticks his hand up, almost bats it down, but ends up poking it backward. It was headed in the goal anyway. And now 2-1. 8:11 to go. Dwayne throwing. 3-hop bounce ball. Gets loose, but Florida's able to keep it in front of him. And Morales from his sideline, throwing into the gap. Popped up by Dwayne's feet. Up and over the goal. Really attacking the right wing area from all parts of the court. Florida is. Gray Piziaka sweeping around center. Hard ball thrown near the line, out of bounds pretty early, before the team area. And Dornbrock coming over. Dornbrock's going to take this ball back to right wing. Throwing from his gap. Bounce ball right at Piziaka. He handles it, picks it up, moves near center. Bounce ball coming. Bounce ball to the right, out near the post. Dropped into Morales. Morales lines up, finds his post. Throws a bounce ball right at Purcell. Corrals it with his top hand. He's going to back up and take a shot. Purcell hits Kramer in the arms, ends up blocking it out of bounds after deflecting off Dornbrock. Officials timeout. Fresh 10 seconds because the ball got away from the line judge. And now, Dornbrock on the right wing. Spin, fires. Blocked by Nathan Purcell, dumps it off to Piziaka. Piziaka moving into center. Rips one in the gap, untouched between Kramer and Jose. What an accurate shot. Jose went to the line, Kramer froze. Morales from left wing. Little choppy ball. And Jones blocks it with his legs. Picks it up, backs up. He's going to take his shot. Choppy ball right at the center. Blocked by Kramer. Pass to Morales. He goes up pretty quickly with it. Throws it right at Purcell. Purcell backing up to center. Score is tied 2-2, 6:34 to go. Choppy three-hopper. Gets away from Morales, but everybody keeps it in front of him. Ends up on the right wing in Tim Dornbrock's hands. And he throws it straight into center. Purcell chases it down and passes it to Piziaka. He's going to throw from his left wing. Cross-court bounce ball straight into the corner. Got Morales to suck in. Just moved towards the ball, and the ball went right past his face. 3-2 Cyclones. Morales from left wing. Bounce ball of his own. Jones is able to knock it out of bounds. And Jones with it. Bounce ball, three-hopper. Blocked out by Morales. And Dornbrock comes over to get the ball. Moving to the right side. He's got a two-hop bounce ball. That thing looks really good on this floor. Purcell having to block it with his top arm. Piziaka with it now after the pass from Purcell. Throwing a bounce ball right at the center. Corralled by Kramer. Passed off to Dornbrock from the right wing. And straight into the gap, but Purcell had shifted over, blocks it easily, chases it down, passes it to Piziaka. Piziaka from left wing. Full cross, bounce ball, out at the front line. Dropped into Morales. Morales throwing at the gap in front of him. Duane pushes himself over, picks it up, goes quickly, right back at the corner. Out of bounds near the front line again. Dornbrock coming over, having a conversation with Morales, deciding who's going to take the ball. Dornbrock's going to go back to right wing without the ball. And Morales throwing from the left. Choppy ball right down the line. Picked up by Duane. Duane Jones. Throwing a bounce ball down the line of his own. Blocked by Morales. Morales from left wing. Choppy ball. Purcell comes over, blocks it with his arms. He's going to throw from center. That ball was very close to being long, but not quite. Blocked out by Kramer. And dropped into Dornbrock, who sets up in the gap. Spin throw. Bounce ball. Right at Piziaka. Comes down right where he was sitting on the wing line. Piziaka moving around Purcell, throwing from center. to the left wing. Morales takes it in the chest. Picks it up, passes it off to Kramer. Kramer's going to take his shot. Choppy ball right at center. Purcell has it. Gives it to Peziaka. 4 minutes to go. Peziaka from his post. Big bounce ball coming down right where the wing is. If he can get that to hit the center, it could hit the player pretty high on his body. Now Morales from his wing. Looping bounce ball for him too. Dwayne corrals it with his top arm as it rolls up his body. And he's going to sweep and go with it. Shot into the gap. Gets back to his spot. Chased down by Kramer. Tim Dornbrock throwing a big bounce ball. Blocked by Purcell in center. Purcell now from center. A little skip ball. Blocked by Kramer in the gap. Handed off to Morales. He's going to move around Kramer. Throw from the right side. Out of bounds just at the wing line on Peziaka's wing. And Peziaka with it. Now, Cyclones are going to take a timeout. 3:11 to go. Cyclones up 3-2. Now, Josh Schwartz coaching them was over talking just to Dwayne and Nathan and not Gray. And that leads me to believe that he's telling them different ways to get Gray the ball since they're not throwing too much near him. Gray drops the ball on the right side, moves to the left, fires straight at Dornbrock. Dornbrock blocks the ball on right wing, moves near the gap. Throws a bounce ball, taken care of by Purcell. And I guess I am wrong. Purcell backs up, throws the ball across the face of Kramer. He was probably telling him to stop throwing out of center because that's the first time we've seen him move to the stanchion. Dornbrock throwing a ball at Purcell. Does a good job pushing back and keeping it in front of him. Rolls towards Peziaka's wing. Shot clock getting short. Peziaka taking his time finding his spot. Throwing a nice skip ball across the face of the center. Offside wing Morales does a good job of backing his center up. Now Kramer throwing at Dwayne. Traps the ball above his top leg with his left arm. Now he's throwing right at center. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Morales on left wing. A little choppy ball, blocked by Dwayne. Dwayne, smooth ball, gets popped up by Kramer, hits Dornbrock on the top part of his body, ramps right into the goal, 4-2 with just under 2 minutes to go. Tim Dornbrock from right wing, throwing a bounce ball at the center, blocked by Purcell. Throwing from center. Long ball. And that ball landed right on the long ball line. And just to be clear to everybody listening, the way that the court is measured, that line, the entire line, is in the area of the defending team. Dornbrock trying to throw, looked like a cross-court shot, blocked by Purcell at the high ball line. And he stands and kind of just lets it roll in front of him for no reason really other than I think it's kind of funny. The referee has to wait for the ball to stop before they can say it's blocked. Purcell throwing towards his left side. Goes out of bounds. Dornbrock picks it up. Morales comes over to grab it. 90 seconds left in the first half. Morales sweeping around David Kramer. Throwing a bounce ball. Blocked by Dwayne. Up to Purcell. Pass back to Dwayne. Dwayne's bounce ball ends up coming down right on the front line where Kramer is laying. I'm not really sure what happened there. They didn't throw the ball out of bounds. That was weird. Gray sweeping around the center and hitting the center with the ball. Kramer corrals it, passes it back to Dornbrock. Dornbrock from right wing. Full cross-court shot. And this time when Dwayne sticks his paw up, he's able to knock it forward. That was a great play. A little bit of luck, too. Peziaka throwing across the face. And high ball called. He was pretty far back from the high ball line, but he lifted it up, and you could kind of hear it in the sound of the ball. That little pop sound typically is going to get a high ball called on you. Morales throwing from left wing, trying to throw cross-court. Perfect cross-court shot on the change-up, curveball sort of, but Peziaka was able to get there in time. Peziaka throwing now. Choppy ball at the center, 40 seconds to go. With those types of penalty shots, you really burn someone if they commit hard to the ball early, expecting it to come fast. But if they stay patient like Peziaka did, they're going to be able to block it. Purcell with it in center. And Purcell throws a long ball now. And the Cyclones committing unnecessary penalties. Florida unable to capitalize on the first one, although they did keep the ball in bounds. When I'm coaching, I just want to make sure that my players are not throwing the ball out and are not throwing penalties. If Florida can keep the ball in bounds, they will have a good chance of scoring and bringing this game within one. Dornbrock with it. Purcell defending from the high ball line. Dornbrock moves to right wing. And he's going to go cross court, and he's going to throw out of bounds pretty early. Last time he threw, it was near center. Tried to make the adjustment. Made the adjustment just a bit too hard. Dwayne throwing at center. Picked up by Kramer. Dumped off to Morales. 10 seconds to go right now. Morales. Nice hard ball, but blocked by the feet of Purcell. Probably aren't going to get this shot off. We're going to go into halftime 4-2 Cyclones. So as we go into the second half, this game is really interesting. Personally, I didn't predict the game to be this low scoring, especially because of how Peziaka has been scoring in the first 3 games of this tournament, averaging 9 goals a game. However, Florida is really attacking the center and the right wing of the Cyclones. The center's taking a lot more shots than he had in the past, but also the Cyclones are leading. This is the least amount of goals they have given up in one half, I believe, all tournament. So maybe Peziaka taking a few more reps off, scoring less goals is more of their key to success. Kind of like how Russell Westbrook puts up great numbers, but his team still loses. Now the Cyclones will start this half of the ball in about 10 seconds. No changes as far as Florida goes. They do have one player on the bench, Anthony Cochran, in the event that they want to make a substitution. And Dwayne is going to take this first shot. I love it. And Purcell kind of gets in his way. Obviously, there was not a lot of communication there. I think Purcell thought that he was going to take the ball back to right wing and was kind of just wandering around the center area. Anyway, that ball's blocked by Florida. Dornbach returns it. And Dwayne has it on right wing. Dwayne "The Rock" Jones, as he's been being called this tournament by his teammates, throws the ball into center, retrieved by David Kramer. And Tim Dornbach, smooth ball down the line. That one had a lot of potential to score, especially after all the bounce balls he's been throwing. Peziaka from left wing. He's going to throw a little choppy three-hopper, blocked out by Tim. Dornbach again. Let's see where he goes with it this time. Stepping near the end of his wing line. Back to the bounce ball. Nice accurate shot at the corner. Peziaka blocks it with his hands. Peziaka from his wing. And choppy ball straight at center. Dumped off to Dornbach. Dornbach. And bounce ball blocked by Purcell's feet. Shot a little bit more to the right, and I think he may have scored there. Purcell from center. His choppy ball blocked by Kramer's feet. And it's going to get dropped in by the line judge. Morales now. With, I believe, one of the two goals that Florida has scored. Possibly both, I'm not sure. Choppy ball right at Jones. Jones. Fires a smooth one into center. Kramer blocks it, gets it to Dornbach. Dornbach, full cross-court shot, out between the front and wing line. The Rock picks it up and dumps it off to Gray. Everybody reading the ball left. Gray has moved to their right. Now Dornbach has read it, but Kramer has not, and that is exactly what's going to happen right there. The ball scores between the two. Tim overextending a bit towards the center. Isn't able to get out in full form at that point. The ball's coming a little too fast, and the score is 5-2. Morales throws the ball down the line, out just at the post. And it's going to get dropped into Peziaka. A nice little gift for him there. Peziaka from left wing. Going to throw fast again. Right down the line. Good block by Dornbach. Perfect spacing. And Dornbach firing back at Peziaka. And now that's a lot of luck. Peziaka tipped that one up, and it just happened to land in the lap of Jones and roll right back to Peziaka. And then he throws a full cross-court shot under the arms of Morales. 6-2. Goalball is a crazy game. Morales now throws a long ball, and the wheels are coming off the bus for Florida. Chance for the Cyclones to go up 5. Dwayne Jones going to take this penalty shot. Finds his right wing. 3/4 turn. Thrown straight at center. Blocked by Morales. So just a 4-goal lead now for the for the Cyclones, and Florida's going to take a timeout and try to regroup. Sorry about the audio, guys. This mute button gets a little funny on me. .6:43 to go. 6-2 Cyclones with the ball. Dwayne from left wing. Hits Dornbrock with it at the end of the wing line, getting back to his spot. And a bounce ball almost gets past Peziaka's arms. Peziaka moving to the left wing. Rips that one. Blocked by Dornbrock. Corralled by Kramer. Pass back to Dornbrock. Thrown across the face of the center. Purcell gets it with his arms. Backing up to the goal. At the right stanchion. Bounce ball. Just past Kramer's arms, but Dornbrock's there with his legs. Kramer gets the rebound. Backs up to the goal. Throws straight at Purcell. Purcell corrals it. Passes it back to Gray. Gray. End of his wing line. Thrown across the face of the center. Good coverage by Morales. Now Morales from the left wing. Right at the center. Florida really making Purcell work, but they are hitting him a lot. Typically, you're trying to keep the ball out of the center of the court. Nice bounce ball by Peziaka. Good block by Morales with the quick return. Almost gets Peziaka, and I think you can see a lot of these teams just a little fatigued. It's been a really long day. Hard ball into the gap. Dornbrock, pretty tall guy, able to cover his line and that gap just by laying down. Dornbrock on the right wing. Smooth ball, right to Peziaka. Quick return by Peziaka. Blocked by Dornbrock, corralled by Kramer. Back to Dornbrock. He lifted that one a little bit. Pretty smooth ball. Got Purcell on the shoulder. He's rubbing his shoulder. Dropped into Jones. He's going to throw right off the whistle, right into the corner. Blocked by Jose Morales. He's trying to push the pace down as well. And I think that's probably a pretty good idea. Only 4:45 to go. And down 4. Gray with the ball. Short shot clock. Right at the center. Kramer picking it up. Getting it back to Dornbrock on right wing. Full cross-court shot out right at the post. Good shot by Dornbrock. Now Jones. Now going to move to left wing. Gray has moved Jones. And now we'll see if this ends up paying off. Florida does not have a sighted coach, so they do not know that this move has happened yet, but they should be able to figure it out after Gray starts throwing from that wing. They're not going to be sure if Gray just came over there to throw or if he's actually over there playing defense. Morales from left wing. Throwing a bounce ball right at Peziaka. Peziaka with it on right wing. Gonna take a hard approach here. Firing across the face of the center. Good reflexes by Dornbrock, getting his legs out there and making the block. A little choppy ball, just past the feet of Jones. Feed to the line in the corner, and a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Florida. Score is 3-6. Not 100% sure what's going on now. It looks just like a floor wipe. They're going to take this opportunity to wipe this very wet, muggy, slippery floor. And I'd have to say these line judges and officials are very due diligent about doing this. They're doing a good job. .46. 3-6 with the Cyclones lead. Winner of this plays the Goon Squad tomorrow morning. And we're starting back up with the action. Gray's coming over. Hands the ball off to Dwayne. Dwayne throwing. Little cut gap shot blocked by Kramer's arms. Dornbrock, right wing. Going straight at that gap. Purcell just gets to it with his feet. I think if it got past Purcell, it probably would have scored. Peziaka on right wing. Throws a bounce ball right between the feet of Kramer and Morales to go back up 4. I think for the way that the Cyclones defense has been playing in the second half, it's going to be quite a battle for them, for Florida to score 4 goals in 3 minutes. But I have seen crazier things. Purcell with a bounce ball straight at Kramer. Kramer dumps it off to Dornbrock, and Dornbrock moving around Kramer with a bounce ball, and it ends up being long. So I was saying about long balls before, the ball must touch the ground at least once in the neutral zone, and the neutral zone does not include either team's high ball line. So when that ball comes down on that line, it's a long ball. Dwayne going to take this shot. Dornbrock defending from the high ball line. Dwayne throwing a little bounce ball. Couldn't quite get it to clear Dornbrock. Makes a good block right in the center of the court. 2:53 to go. Now, long ball, when it's landing all the way on the line with no part of it in the neutral zone, that's a little bit different than a high ball. as Dornbrock hits Nathan with it in center, passing it off to Gray. Piziaka from right wing. Hits Kramer in the gap. He gets a hold of it, gets it to Morales. The ball would not be a high ball if it hit any part of the line, because that whole line is in the team area. Nathan Purcell throws the ball into center. That's why sometimes, for those of you familiar with the game, you'll hear players complaining that they heard the tape when a high ball gets called. And that's because that string underneath the tape will make a click. And if that click happens, that means the ball had to have touched in the team area. And that's a nice choppy ball thrown across the face of the center by Piziaka. Kramer only got his bottom arm out, ramped it right up into the corner of the goal. 8-3, 2 minutes to go. Dornbrock hits Purcell in center. And Purcell throwing from the center. Keeping it out of long ball land this time. Dumped off to Jose Morales. Jose, the choppy ball right at center. Purcell slips as he's getting up. He's probably going to just toss this one out of bounds. Save the possession. Forget getting a penalty. And they're going to call an official's timeout and wipe the floor here again. This ball is going to start with Morales on left wing. Bounce ball at center, blocked by Purcell. And it's going to be a timeout for the Cyclones with 90 seconds left, up 5. Piziaka with the ball. Right in the middle of the gap. On the right wing. Hits Morales in the stomach. Quick return. Just out. Probably would have had him even. Little chirping coming from the crowd. Pretty standard from our friends, the New York Knights. Oh, I'm sorry. That was our friends, the Goon Squad. And a little choppy ball tipped up by Kramer and corralled by Morales. Good play by Morales. Going back with it. Blocked by Jones. Purcell from center. Choppy ball right at Kramer. Just under a minute left. Dornbrock, right wing. It's Purcell in the center. We're only going to see probably about 5 more throws in this game. Piziaka. Long bounce ball. Long ball for sure. And that'll add an extra throw in there. Really all the Cyclones need to do is keep the ball in bounds, keep the clock running, go home with a berth to the quarterfinals to play the number 1 team in Pool B, the Goon Squad. Kramer throwing from right wing, going cross court. Gets Piziaka to go just far enough left. He can get it past him. 4-8. Dwayne Jones from left wing. Finds his stanchion. He's going to throw the ball right at Dornbrock's corners. Gets blocked out, 33 seconds to go. Dornbrock from right wing, going right off of the whistle. Full cross-court shot, blocked out by Pizziaka. 31 seconds. Pizziaka on right wing. And bounce ball right down the line, but Morales takes care of it this time. Good coverage to his corner. Morales firing back at Pizziaka. 20 seconds to go. Pizziaka, quick pitch, out of bounds. Morales from left wing. At Pizziaka. Pizziaka trying to go with it again. Morales gets it this time, just under 10 seconds. He's going to fire back. 7 seconds to go. We'll see if Cyclones decide to throw the ball. Personally, I would tell my team to hold it, unless we needed the goal differential in pool play, which this is an elimination game, so it's not really necessary to throw the ball. But, you know, there's some high goal score awards at stake and whatnot, so. Goal scored at the end of regulation, and the final score is going to end 5-8. Now, Florida is arguing that if there's a goal, there has to be time left. However, the rules do state that if there is under a second left when it happens, then the referee can choose to end the game. All right. I'll be doing the next game we have coming up. NIU and I believe the Blue Eagles. So stay tuned. Really quickly, to answer one question asked in the chat, if Florida loses, what happens to them? Their tournament is now over. So Florida, the final record of 4-1, losing their elimination game 8-5, are eliminated from the national championships here at Turnstone Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of the USA Men and Women's Goalball Center of Excellence.
Well, hey, what's going on out there for the listening public? What do we have? Do we know? Listening numbers?
20 right now.
Right.
We were at 27 at the last game, so I bet you it'll jump back up.
Well, I can definitely let you know that you are listening to coverage on whatever platform of the 2018 USABA National Championships. We have reached the playoff round as the two teams warming up on the court are the NIU Huskies and the DC Blue Eagles. The DC Blue Eagles finishing third in their pool, Group A, and they will cross over against the number one seed from the C pool, the NIU Huskies, and an opportunity for the winner of this game to go ahead and play in a quarterfinal matchup tomorrow morning. So we've got a quarterfinal set for you already. The Cyclones will face off against the Goon Squad, and the other result from earlier on was the DC Red Eagles defeating the Glasser Riptide. When I departed, the score was 7-3, but I won't promise you that was the actual final score. So some playoff berth on the line as these guys have worked hard all season, represented USABA Goalball all season with some of the way the schedule fell. A lot of athletes not getting a chance to participate. So this is really what the season, the growth we can see in these two teams. NIU finishing in second at the Michigan tournament, the men's tournament, and the other side, DC Blue, members of this team finishing second at the New Jersey tournament. So I am excited about this game. Why? I'm the man behind the voice. Did you introduce yourself?
I did.
Oh. I am Joe Hamilton, goalball veteran, and looking to potentially play. I don't remember. I'm B2, so I don't know if I play this. I don't think I play the winner of this game.
No, we play the winner of the Glasser game.
Oh, okay. So the Red Eagles. Sweet. I got to watch them play. They quick pitched a few times. I was glad about that. In the back gym in the second game of the doubleheader of play-in games is the Jersey Thunder against the Chill from Columbus. So I may depart, depending on how this game goes, to see my buddy Tricky Dicky Ricky play for Columbus.
Last year with this format, the top-seeded teams from the men's pool won their play-in games against the bottom-seeded teams from the elite men's pool. But the 2v3 games were both very lopsided. This year, with that Columbus game in mind, and even the Glasser game based on the score that you reported, looks like much closer. So the strength of goalball in the United States growing up from the bottom. And now to get started, on the DC Blue Eagles on the floor, looks like we are going to have Christian King playing right wing. We will have Sean Walker in center, wearing number 4, Christian King wearing number 1. And then I believe it's Sean's brother on left wing.
Zion. I don't know if his last name is Walker, but his first name is Zion. Which I thought was a television network.
Let me grab this. Sorry, I didn't come prepared.
Oh, you did. You just didn't sort it all out before the game started. So the DC Blue Eagles are on table left, the NIU Huskies on table right. I believe she called this a draw pool game, which is an interesting term for it.
Yes, Zion Walker and Justin Chan on the bench, being coached by James Wallace. So honestly, two teams right here, two of the few teams that have coaches at this tournament.
That's true. You give the NIU roster, that way I can learn something.
I would love to find it.
Oh, so that was the problem.
This has a page ripped out of it, and now I feel silly.
Due to the fact that the NIU Huskies were not allowed to disseminate their names, likenesses. And the NIU Huskies wearing
Wearing number 1, we have Bernardo Barrera. Number 8, Diego Espinoza. Number 9, Joe Galvin. Number 3, Josh Lichwa. Number 4, Mitch Ryan. Josh Lichwa in center, starting with the first throw of the game. Hits Sean Walker in center. Rebounds to Christian King from right wing, the left-handed player. Throwing straight into center. The Blue Eagles are a pretty young team overall, as are the NIU Huskies. Number 8 from right wing, Diego Espinoza. Throws the ball into center. Now Sean Walker returning the ball right back to Lichwa. Dumped off to the left wing. Number 1, Bernardo Barrera. And Barrera throwing the ball cross court. Blocked by Zion. Zion from left wing. Ends up throwing a long ball, lands right there on the line. And an early opportunity for NIU to get on the board.
Yeah. Team sports are made up of momentum. First opportunity for a team in this game to claim some momentum for themselves.
9:12 on the clock. It looks like Espinoza will be taking the penalty shot from right wing. Zion defending in the middle of the orientation area, and the ball gets thrown directly to him.
Yeah.
Takes a step left, takes a step right, and drops down straight. Ball block hits him in the knees.
First point of momentum to the DC Blue Eagles. I've seen a lot of these men's teams play in this tournament, and executing penalty shots has definitely been a weakness. A lot of out balls, so it's one thing to get scored or have a penalty shot blocked.
Sean Walker throws the ball to bounce to the left side. Can't find a spot now, but does. Espinoza throws the ball straight into center. Blocked by Sean. Picked up by Zion. Zion from the left.
Purcell's jingling around.
And bounce ball across the face of the center. Easy pickup by Lichwa. Throws the ball back at Sean. Sean to Christian King, his teammate in high school. Christian from his wing, straight down the line, post and in.
Oh!
Now, it looked like the left wing, Barrera for NIU, had his hands there. That was just a perfect shot. 1-0 Blue Eagles. Barrera hitting the center with the ball. Number 4, Sean Walker backs up to the net. Spin move. Blocked at the wing line by Espinoza. Espinoza firing down the line. Zion picks it up, gets up quickly, slows down, finds his post. Takes his time, he's spinning. That ball ends up getting popped up by Lichwa. Hits Espinoza and ramped over the goal. Dropped into Espinoza on the right wing.
So one off the post, one over the post.
Ball thrown into the gap. Great gap coverage by this DC team. I definitely feel like they're not going to score an untouched ball in the gaps. Good bounce ball by Christian King. Blocked by Lichwa in center. Retrieves it, dumps it off to Barrera. Barrera on the left. Wearing the number 1. Lets that ball fly right to the feet of Christian and Sean. And Christian ripping that one just past the center's hands. Barrera didn't get down in time, and Lichwa is doing push-ups. I think he thinks that was his ball. That's pretty awesome. Barrera thrown from left wing into center. Now Sean with the 2-0 lead. 7:30 to go in the half. Winds up, throws a choppy ball. Lichwa takes care of it to his left side. Lichwa is reading these balls pretty well overall. Barrera throwing at that gap. Absolutely nothing there between Christian and Sean. And that smooth ball gets popped up by Lichwa. It was right on the goal line. The referee is going to stop the game and talk to the line judge to see if the ball had crossed the line completely. It's so close with a pile of bodies. And they're going to decide it was a goal. And The coach, Dan Galvin from NIU, is just putting his hand over his head, signaling for the replay call like they have in the NFL. Now Walker throwing from center, straight at Litchwa. This time he doesn't let that thing ramp up his knee. Chases it down, passes to his right wing from the right side. Down the line, out of bounds. Christian coming over. Grab this ball from Zion. Ends up going back without the ball. Zion loading up. Spin move. Good shot down the line. Blocked forward, retrieved by Josh. Back to Diego. Back down the line. Easy stop by Zion. Zion finds the post. Spins, throws the ball out.
James Wallace is the coach of DC Blue Eagles, is Christian King's grandfather, so that's cool. A little family support here at the tournament for him.
That ball's thrown across the face of Sean. Hits his arms, blocked by Christian. Christian gets the ball dropped into him. King almost throws a high ball there right into the 9. And Barrera delivers the ball back to King. Sean Walker from center throws out to his left side near the wing line. And Sean and Christian are both high school national champions. Sean, part of a youth world championship team in 2017. Both of those boys have come to some USA men's training camps. I should say young men now. And Zion, also a lot of experience playing in high school so far, so it's good to see him out there. He's only 16. Ferreira with the ball on the left side. Blocked by Sean in center. Handed off to Christian. Christian King from the right wing. Choppy ball right at Litchwa. Pass to Espinoza. Espinoza also very close to committing a penalty there. And Zion with it on the left side. Good shot right down the line. And Espinoza thrown across the face of the center, blocked by King. King with it. Finds his post. The lefty. Full cross-court shot. Booted out of bounds by number 8 on the right wing for the NIU Huskies.
A good solid cross-court shot by the DC Blue Eagle right wing. Got to continue to try to move the center back and forth in order to see if he can get balls to hit off his extremities and ramp over the wings.
Right wing from NIU. Hits Walker in his feet. To his brother Zion on left wing. Throws right at center. Corralled and quick pitch by Litchwa. But Zion was already down in his spot. Didn't have too hard of an approach on that, so he was able to get down right away after he threw the ball. Sean in center. Another shot at the corner, but piece of cake for Espinoza.
Good control with that right wing, coming feet to the sideline, I think, and blocking those balls out of bounds.
And good patience by him, too. And then he throws that one to the gap between the Walker brothers, but their feet are tied up together and easily block it. The gap coverage is very good by the DC Blue Eagles. NIU going to have to put a little bit more smoke on their ball to score in the gap. Choppy ball at the corner, cross court, blocked out by King. 4 minutes to go in this first half. 3-0 DC Blue Eagles. King gets the ball dropped into him. Moves towards the right side stanchion. Throws the ball right at center. Easy pickup for Josh. Now Barrera. And again to the interlocked feet of King and Walker. Walker at the gap between Barrera and Litchwa and easily blocked out of bounds.
Litchwa's doing a really good job of corralling those balls, hitting him in his body. He's had to chase down a couple, but he's also pinned some down very nicely.
And right there, you see a little bit of weakness in the defense there. Ball almost gets over Sean's hands, his brother there to back him up.
And the game of goalball ebbs and flows, right? You play well for 3 minutes, and then next thing you know, there's a minute lull, and 2 goals have scored.
This game is far from over, but NIU is going to need to catch a break to get a little bit of momentum here, hopefully for them in the first half. Walker throwing from center to his right side, almost gets one in the gap there, but blocked by the feet of Barrera. He's going to return across the face of the center, blocked by Zion, goes straight to Sean, getting up to throw this one. And hits the center with the ball. Pass to the right wing. Espinoza. Right down the line. Out of bounds near half court. Not too far out though.
So it looks like they're coming after Zion a little bit here, which is a good strategy for trying to attack a less experienced player.
And a great gap-to-gap shot by Christian King. Goes practically untouched.
And a well-executed play as well. Like the ball came in, picked it up, took it to where he wanted to throw it from, and then made a nice hard throw.
Lichwa hit Zion with it. Christian, you can tell, feels a little pep in his step. He was all the way over there behind both the Walker brothers as some backup on that shot. And a timeout taken by NIU.
Well, man, I want to see what's going on in the Columbus game.
Thank you for your services, sir.
I want to be here and there at the same time.
Well, send me a message.
The score?
Update the score, please.
I wish I could. I left my phone at the hotel, and the smartest move I've made all day. I will find somebody to message.
Thank you. Starting back up with the action, Barrera. And he's going to try to throw across the face. And he gets a goal. A great call by the coach. I mean, we saw weakness a couple of plays ago with Sean's hands. They ended up throwing a perfect shot. He tipped it up over the wing right out of the timeout. Got to give a little credit to the coach there. And Zion throws the ball into center. 4-1. 3-goal lead now. Little choppy ball at Zion. He's going to go back quickly with it. Right to Lichwa. Lichwa passing it off to his left wing. And left wing going at the hands again. Almost leaked through, but you're only going to get so many of those. Now too hard of approach forward. Was over the line when he released the ball. Penalty. Sean Walker, a chance for NIU to close the gap to just 2 goals. But they're not even sure who's going to throw this penalty shot right now. And the referee's discussing something. They passed the ball out, but there was no play or anything called, so they should just drop the ball in, and yeah, that's what they're going to do. So Barrera from left wing. Walker defending from the high ball line. He's going to throw across court, and he's going to get him perfect shot into the corner. Typically, it's hard to score on those cross-court shots when the player's defending from the high ball line unless they're a perfect shot. One, the player guesses the right way, and Sean did guess the right way, couldn't get over far enough, and knocked his own eye shades up on his head just a little bit. So the score should now be 2-4 NIU, or excuse me, Blue Eagles. Christian's coming over to get the ball. 1:33 to go. Moving to the right wing. Christian's been throwing really well, so let's see if they can make the read. Looks like they did. Throws across the face of the center, just blocked by number 8, Espinoza. He's going to return it right down the line, and it's going to get popped up but blocked out. Very, very close to scoring again there. And a timeout taken by the Blue Eagles, and I do not know Christian's grandfather very well. Just met him a couple times, but that was a great timeout in my opinion. a great timeout. Needs to regroup these guys. Go into this half with a 2-goal lead. 1:19 remaining. Christian with the ball at his right stanchion. Throwing straight into center. Lichwa with the block. Backs up to the net. Releases to the gap between King and Sean. Christian King from his post this time. Spin throw. And that's a high ball. And now a serious, serious opportunity for NIU to go into the half in a great spot after being down 4-0. And that ball thrown straight down the line. 3-4 is the score. Blue Eagles still leading, but only by 1. Just under a minute to play in this half. Sean Walker moving to the left side of center. It's a nice little choppy ball, blocked out by the feet of Espinoza. Number 8 throwing straight into center. Passes off to Christian King. Christian from the right wing, straight into center. 35 seconds. Lichwa with a shot. Blocked by Sean. Pass back to Christian. Playing with a little bit of nervousness here. You can see it in the body language of the Blue Eagles. Ball's thrown across the face. Blocked out of bounds. Right wing, 24 seconds to go. A little choppy ball at the feet of the Walker brothers. Good gap defense right there. Sean goes and picks it up. Decides to just throw it out of bounds. 11 seconds. At least one more throw in this half, possibly 2. I'm going to use a little bit of the clock before he throws. Good move by Barrera. Right at King in front of him, and King's not gonna get this one off. So going into the half, score is 4-3 Blue Eagles. Bit of a comeback by the Huskies. Let's see if the Blue Eagles can hold on. Carrie, we have broadcast all of the games that are here in this main gym with the women's teams playing either 2 or 3 games in here, so you can check the archive footage. There should be at least a couple games of the DC Sting. The DC Sting is a women's team, if that is your question. But every team at some point will have played here on the live broadcast at least once for some of the men's teams, mostly twice for most of the teams. All right, starting the second half. No changes for either team. Justin Chance still on the bench for the Blue Eagles. He's the veteran on their team. A pretty good player, experienced player. Sean Walker from center to center, blocked by Lichwa. The right wing, Espinoza, choppy ball down the line. Hits Zion, blocked out of bounds. And King coming over to grab the ball, sweeping back to his right wing. Spin, choppy ball, blocked by the center, Lichwa. Barrera gets the ball dropped into him on the left. And choppy ball to the intertwined feet again of Walker and King. Bit of a miscommunication on who should get the rebound. Walker runs up and grabs it. Throws it at center. It's blocked for a ball over. Zion from the left wing. Choppy ball. Corralled by Lichwa and dumped off to the right wing on his team. NIU throwing the ball out of bounds immediately with 1 minute gone in this second half, and surely we're going to see at least a couple more goals scored. Christian moving around Sean. Nice hard ball, but gobbled up by Lichwa and dumped off to his left wing. And Barrera throws the ball to the center, quick return, picked up by the center of NIU. And time for the right wing to throw. Blocked by the Walker brothers. Zion picks it up. Spins, throws cross court. Blocked right at the wing line by the left wing for NIU. Barrera in the number 1. Throws the ball directly into the center. Pass to his right wing. Christian King thrown across the face of the center. That ball gets blocked through the air over to the other side of the court. Official timeout for an equipment check. They're going to fix the eye shades of Zion. 8 minutes to go in the game. Also an official update from the Glassa game that we had spoken about earlier. Looks like the final score was the MWABA Eagles won 13-3 over Glassa. Thank you, John Mulhern of goalballscoreboard.com. You can check updated scores for games around the world. And Sean throwing from center out to his left, asking his coach how far out he threw the ball. He threw it out almost immediately, and I think he knows that, but just a little bit of frustration. The momentum still with NIU, although the longer they go scoreless, the more DC's going to be able to earn that momentum back, and bang, right there. Christian fires another one in right off Lichwa's arms. Gives his team a much more comfortable 2-goal lead with 7:47 to go. 5-3 Blue Eagles. Barrera hits Sean with the ball. Blocked out of bounds to his right. Going to get dropped into Christian, the man with the hot hand. I think he has all their goals. Definitely a majority of them. Walker with the ball from center to center. Lichwa picks it up. He's going to back up and throw. Across the face. Nabbed by Walker. Christian on right wing. Going right back to that gap he's been scoring in. This time blocked by the left wing. Equipment check for Sean Walker. Fresh 10 seconds for NIU. And Barrera's going to have it on left wing. Let's see if he tries to go across the face of Sean again. Ends up getting him in the feet. Christian gets the rebound. Oh, decides to let it go. It's going to be a ball. Oh, blocked out. Got a spectator in my way. I thought that was a ball over. And Christian throws a high ball. That's a tough one. You know, he's taking it pretty easy. It's pretty far from the line, but the ball got away from him. And now another opportunity for NIU to come back within one. This will be a big momentum swing, regardless of the result. And the right wing from NIU. Espinoza throws that ball in the middle, hits King in the feet, ends up scoring. 7:06, the score is 5-4. Sean with the ball in center. Gets it right back. Blast that one. That was a pretty hard ball coming from Walker. Nice and low to the ground through the hands of the right wing for NIU and back to a 2-goal lead. Espinoza to the Walker brothers gap. Blocked by both of them. Picked up by Zion. Zion throwing a bounce ball straight in front of him. Good action on that ball. He gets up and goes quickly with it. Blocked by Sean again. Retrieved by Zion. Pass back to his brother. Sean spinning, throwing, hitting the center. Blocked by Lichwa. Dumped off to Barrera. And thrown across the face. It's a little mishandled by Walker. That seems to be the shot that they're really attacking after getting that goal there. Zion throwing one out of bounds, attempting to go down the line. 6:15 to go in the game. 2-goal lead for the Blue Eagles. Chance to play the Knights if they win. And that ball's thrown straight down the line, popped up, but over the goal. And King coming over to grab the ball from Zion. King moving back to right wing. Throws across the body of the center. Ends up popping it up with his foot over his right wing. And now a 7-4 lead for the Blue Eagles. NIU on the right. Choppy ball into the gap in front of him. Picked up by Zion. Zion spins, throws, and out of bounds in the line in front of him. Espinoza from his post. On the right wing. Thrown across the face of the center. Ends up hitting the offside wing, blocked out by King. He drops back into King. King spins, throws. Hits the gap in front of him, blocked by Barrera, and a timeout coming from NIU. Ball on the left wing from NIU. thrown across the face of the center. Again, a bit of havoc caused by that shot. You should keep going back to it. Walker from center, throwing out to his right side near the front line. And we're pausing the game for a moment to get the moisture off the floor. 5:15 remaining. 7-4 Blue Eagles. Ball's in the hands of the left wing, Barrera for NIU. He lines up, faces slightly to his right. So thrown right down his line, out of bounds, right near the post. And Christian from his post, throwing across the body of the center. Kicked forward, ball over, another chance for the Blue Eagles. Sean Walker picks it up, moves into center. Throws at the left corner, out of bounds near the wing line. And now Espinoza from his post. Throws a full cross-court shot, blocked out of bounds by Christian King. Christian with it, moving into the gap. Spins, nice choppy ball across the body of the center, blocked by Litchwa's feet. Retrieved by him and dumped off to his right wing. Right wing going down the line. Thrown out just near the wing line. Dropped into Zion. And Zion going at the gap straight in front of him. Picked up by Litchwa. He's going to take his shot. A little curveball right there. You don't see that very often anymore. Blocked by Zion. And bounce ball across the body of the center. And blocked out of bounds. Going to get dropped into the left wing. Left wing, Barrera. Throw straight in front of him. Blocked by King. Just approaching the 4-minute mark. And King throwing a full cross-court shot right into the arms of the right wing from NIU. Looks like NIU's coach is getting ready to make a substitution soon. Ball thrown across the face, picked up by King. Now actually a substitution from the Eagles. And they're going to put Justin Chan in for Zion Walker. He's the veteran on their team. Four minutes left in the game, time to lock it down. Let him control the pace, keep these guys calm. Sean Walker has the ball on the right side of center. And looks like they forgot about their shot clock for a minute, and 10-second penalty on the Blue Eagles. So now NIU is going to get to select who they would like to have defend the penalty shot. I think having Justin defend it is a smart move simply because he is a bit cold, having just gone into the game. So now, tiny bit of life for NIU if they can score. Chan defending from the front line. Ball's being thrown out of center. And a high ball penalty committed by NIU. The cardinal sin, committing a penalty on a penalty. So now, Barrera defending from center. Christian King throwing from right wing. Throws right at him, and it's blocked. Keeps them alive a bit, but they really wanted that goal on that penalty shot. Substitution by NIU. Number 1's coming out. Number 4's coming in. Number 4, Mitch Ryan. In Litchwa's hands. Throw to his right side, blocked by Chan. Mitch Ryan going to come in on left or right wing. They're going to move Espinoza to left wing. Ryan blocks the ball there with his feet. Picks it up, backs up to the net. He's left-handed. Throwing at the wing just in front of him. Quick return coming from Justin Chan. Right to Litchwa's hands. Dumps it off to Espinoza on the left. Espinoza thrown across the face of the center. Picked up by Walker. And Walker backs up to center. Moves to his left-hand side. Throws back across to his right. Slips on the floor. 3 minutes to go. 3-goal game. Walker's lost. Ends up making a desperation play and blocking the ball in the center. Thrown by Litchwa. Dropped into Christian King. Christian, attacking that gap that he had been scoring in, hopped on by Litchwa and passed to Espinova, who's now on left wing. Hits Christian King with the ball. Christian passes it to Sean. Sean from back center. Makes an approach, trapped just under Litchwa's arms. Substitution happening now. Out number 8, in number 9. Number 9, player I have not seen play yet, Joe Galvin. And back into the action. Litchwa throwing from the left side, right at Walker in the center. Walker backs up, fires at the gap between the right wing and center. Blocked by the right wing, the lefty. Thrown at the corner in front of him. Chan picks it up. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Justin Chan throws a high ball. All right, 2 minutes to go. Chance to get themselves within 2. Justin defending from in front of the front line. Litchwa throwing from right wing. Crosses him up, ends up scoring 7-5, 2 minutes left. Penalty shots are so important. That's how NIU has scored 3 of their 5 goals, and also they have failed to execute on 2 of them. Could be a tied game right now. Christian King hitting the left wing. Litchwa picks it up. He's going to back up to throw. Litchwa straight at center. Stopped by Walker. Given to King. King from right wing. Right at Litchwa. Passing it to his lefty on right wing, Mitch Ryan. Ryan down his line again at Chan. Chan lining up. Said, I am going to bounce the ball. I am not throwing another high ball in this game. 1:28 to go. And Joe Galvin, haven't seen him throw yet. Pulls his pants up, backs up to the net, ends up throwing out of bounds cross court near the high ball line. Christian coming over to get the ball. Gonna throw from left wing. Hits Ryan in the feet. Ryan going to chase it down. Mitch ends up getting it instead. And timeout called by Dan Galvin with 1:08 remaining. Now this game cannot end in a tie, so realistically, NIU needs to score at least 3 more goals in this game to win. And with 1:08 left, and the amount of goals that they have scored, 3-on-3 even strength against the Blue Eagles, they're probably going to need at least 1 Blue Eagle penalty. Blue Eagles need to stay penalty free, play the defense they've been playing, and they'll be able to lock this up. All right, we're starting back up. Litchwood center, throwing the ball at the corner of Chan. Blocked out of bounds. He's going to pick it up to throw. Chan, full cross-court shot. Out of bounds at the wing line. Just broke the 1-minute mark. 59.7 seconds to go. Left wing from NIU hits the center. Walker from center, left side of center. They kept attacking Ryan's feet. He kept blocking it, but they finally got one to go through. And 8-5, 43 seconds to go. If it wasn't already over, it's probably over now. Litchwood from center. Hits Walker in center. Walker gonna fire at that same spot again, it looks like. This time out of bounds at the wing line. .30 seconds left. Ryan throwing straight down the line. Out of bounds right at the post. And there's gonna be an equipment check to get a shoe tied. All right, 24 seconds to go. Justin Chan with the ball on the left side. Across the face of the center, popped up, but NIU's going to keep it in front of him. Probably only have about one more throw left. Ball's thrown out with 11 seconds to go. You got to hand it to the Huskies. They've really made a lot of improvements over these last couple of seasons, and I'm sure we'll continue to see them back. But this one is going to go to the DC Blue Eagles, a nice young team. The Justin Chan coming in late, and now the Eagles will be facing the Knights tomorrow. Thank you all for listening to this broadcast. I've had a great time. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves, and our first game will start in this gym tomorrow at 9:50 Eastern.